I'm currently writing an adult literary fiction book called Therapy Confessions, which is about loneliness, feeling behind in life, and mental health. I don't know. I feel like whenever I make a list, I always have to do like 30 things. But I don't know. But okay, that's what my book is about. So I just reread it, which I know I said I'd reread it in a week, and it hasn't been, actually it has been a week, technically speaking, because today's Friday. But it's like I was expecting to write it on Monday. I'm gonna reread it on Monday, but I didn't do that. And let me just say, the book is bad. Like the book is, it's not in the greatest shape. Like I read it and I thought to myself, did I really write this? Like it was worse than I expected, which usually doesn't happen, but it's like quite literally like during the middle part there was quite literally nothing going on. Like it completely went from point A to point B, and I was looking at it like I feel like there was so many more scenes in the novel, but there most definitely wasn't. So yeah, and for people who are new, I did a zero draft, so the zero draft was like 6,000 words, so I guess should I move back? Actually, oops. Nope, we're not gonna move back. I'm wearing my pajamas. Okay, but so I was expecting it to be like, a lot longer. Like to be like more full, but like it's like the story itself was not big enough. And then what else? But like I knew some things would be off, like first off the language, like I wasn't writing well. And it's like I knew that the main character needed to like talk about daydreaming more, because like she's a maladaptive daydreamer. That's why she's like in this situation, and that's why she's going to therapy and like all those random things. So I needed to do that and make sure it's more prominent, because it was in the beginning of the book and at the end of the book that it's like it was talked about. What else? Oh, and I knew the third act needed fixing, but things I haven't gotten to the third act, like at least fixing the third act. And yeah, but when I read the book, I sat down and like first off, I could read it in a day, which I was like, was it really that? Like, was there really nothing in it? But I guess not, because I finished it. And what else? So I started outlining it, I guess. I started my, yeah, well, like outlining. Okay, so I finished the read through of it. Okay, yes. And then I started like the chapter by chapter outline of like what happens in each chapter and like the new change chapters and like what's going to happen in the new chapters. Because it's like now that I have, like, I see the holes in the story, I see the things that need fixing, I can just like fill in the gaps. And that's what I'm doing right now, which I've done 10 chapters, and the first 10 chapters are not too bad. Like it's bad, like the writing, but it's like the structure is not bad. Like I can definitely see the structure. I just had to add 2 chapters, which one of the chapters was just like a last minute thing that I realized was such a good idea, because it's like it mimics a chapter close to the end. Yeah, close to the end of the book, and I just thought that would be like good, because it's like I only use this like type of chapter once in the book, and it's just like I wanted to use it twice, and I thought that this was the perfect area to use it in. So there was that one, and then there's a chapter, wait, let me think. Wait, what? Wait, what's the other chapter I added? Chapter 1 is the same. Chapter 2. Oh, yeah. Yes, I remember. I remember. Chapter 3 is the thing that I added. Okay, so chapter 3 and chapter 9 or 8 is like the chapter I added. And then yeah, so that's my plan for till like what, month. I think I want to finish this book, like this like editing process or like looking at it, which it's not that messy right now, but it's like also this is the first 10 chapters, which is pretty clean. So, or at least 8 chapters for the actual book, but like, not the actual book, but the old version of the book. So I'm trying to, because I kind of want to like finish this by Sunday, but I don't know if Sunday is too like early. Because if because especially when I'm thinking about the third act, like that third act is I'm gonna have to do some real brainstorming. Oh, plus another thing I should probably say, I was talking about the ending being wrong for when I first wrote, like when I first finished it, and it was wrong, but it wasn't as wrong as I thought it was. Like, I found out the real ending. Like, it's just a little bit extra something to make the real ending. But, yeah, I think the third act is completely and utterly a mess, and I need to completely fix that. The second act works, but it needs to be way longer, so I need to figure out how to make it longer, which I think I know how to make it longer, but I just feel like it's gonna feel repetitive because this, like, she's lonely, she has no friends, so it's just like she does the same things over and over again. And yeah, which, okay, she does, I guess, make like a little friend or whatever, but it's like, I don't know, it's not something like a big, or she does have like a little friend, it's just like a work friend or whatever, so it's like it's not that big, it's just like, oh, home, school, school, home, work, and therapy, and she just like rotates between these 3 things, so it's just like I feel like it becomes repetitive, and that's why I'm making the middle like chapters short. But it's like, I guess I need to stop that, but it's like, I don't know, the middle chapters, I just don't want it to be repetitive, but it's like it's gonna have to be repetitive or else it just doesn't make sense for a lot of things, because there are just certain things that happen. I just feel like I'm gonna continue to say, oh, there's certain things that happen in this book. I can't say what happens because it's my book and I don't want to spoil it, but at the same time, like, it doesn't make sense if like she goes to these places every once in a while and it's just like to build connections, like like being connected to her therapist, like it's not that long, and I need it to actually, like, I need time, and I need to just like continue to put her in therapy sessions, but at the same time it's like, is that going to be boring? I don't know. I guess tomorrow when I write those 10 chapters, I'll update you on if I decided to put extra chapters or if I didn't. And then I guess Sunday we'll work on the third act, which I quite literally do not want to work on that third act. Like, I do not know what writing Faith was doing when she wrote that, because like it is going to be the worst. Actually, it might not even be that bad. It is that bad. Actually, it's just the chapter before the last chapter that I'm worried about, because I just don't know what's happening in that chapter, which at some point I'm just ranting, but like, if you're not new here, then you know I just like to do that. Okay. Another thing I've been doing is writing in my notebook. I've been writing like all the characters' names and like their first names and last names. I finally today got to like figuring, because initially when I like started today, I was like, okay, I want to write wait, no, I didn't want to write. Okay, I keep saying write something because like I'm so used to like writing, but when I first did this, I wanted to just like get the characters' names, like their first and last names, and the places that they go, and restaurants, and just like making sure I have like a list so that things are obvious. And I'm also going to write like other things, like each character, especially side characters, and like what they look like and all that stuff, because like for the main character I know those things, because it's just like I spend the whole time with the main character, but like when it comes to other characters, it's like I completely forget. Like for example, I forgot one of the side characters had blue hair. Like I knew her hair was colored something, a random color, but I didn't know what color it was. So I'm planning on making that. So yeah, my initial plan for today was to just write that little, just like get those details done. But then I don't know, I was just so excited to go back into writing this book. I don't know, there's something about being away from a project, like when it's like you finish the project and you're thinking about what to do next. That's just like so hard, because it's like I can just stop writing a novel in the middle of the draft and just like be fine with it, but like the very moment I finish the draft, I quite literally cannot like just leave or whatever. Like I can't leave and just like stay back. Oh yeah, plus I'm using Tracker. Bear Tracker? I don't know. Because I didn't want to use NaNoWriMo because of what went on with it, and but I do want to track my progress so that I can get to so on May 5th I can finish the novel. Is there any other things I want to say? Oh yeah, I'm proud of myself. Another thing for like the notebook stuff is figuring out the last name for the main character, figuring out the last name for the side characters, practically figuring out the last name for most people, because it's like when I first write a book I never figure out their last names because it's just like it's irrelevant to me until I'm forced to. And I also figured out the parents' names. What else did I do? And then I also am proud of myself for like picking out places, like what place are they at, because by the way I make up everything. Like I make up the place the characters are from, I make up the stores they go to, I make up those things. I don't make up like social media because I'm just like, I don't care if I say Instagram. I don't know what it is. I have like a little thing where I just cannot name a real place. I think it's because I want to be accurate when it comes to like places, and I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I need to do a bunch of research on a place, and it's just like it's not even about the place. Let's just say I make up what's called places when it comes to my writing. But social media, I don't do that. Because I feel like it's cringy when you have like a place and its name is like, oh no, you have what's called not website, like a social media thing, and it's like Stirgram, and it's just like, this is clearly like, or I just like, let me think, like penguin. There's a penguin in front of me, that's why. Or is this a penguin? Or is this saying? Oh, it's Raven. Oh, oopsies. It's Raven. Okay, but anyways, let's say penguin face or penguin pictures or something random like that. I don't know. I just feel like it's really cringy, and it's just like, I do not want to hear that. But like made up places I can do. This is currently has nothing to do with the vlog, so I'm just gonna end it here, and you'll see what I do tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just wasting your time, right? Okay, excuse me for looking like a naked mole rat. I just washed my hair, but I just wanted to say, let's go. Oh wow, I realize I don't have my glasses on. Does that matter? It doesn't? Okay. So, my eyes look lopsided because I'm looking. Oh, that's why. Okay. I think I'm gonna flip this. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip it again. Okay. It's because I'm looking directly at the screen, but I'm not center of this camera. Okay, but anyways, I just wanted to say I got in a package with my thing. Okay, but like I got a package for books, and I wanted to show you guys them. Okay, so the first book is Dances. Okay, Dances by Nicole Cuffey. I'm holding this camera, so this isn't the best angle, but like, yeah, I got dances. I might just put it on the screen too. And I also got This Close to Okay. Yeah, This Close to Okay by Lisa. Okay, but yeah, I got these two books, and This Close to Okay is like about Black mental health, so I do want to read that while drafting and rereading my book, so I can just like get some, I don't know, pointers. And also, I feel like it can be a comp to my book. Okay, so I haven't talked to you guys since like, well, technically speaking, I spoke to you guys Saturday, but that was just to say I was reading dances. Oh, I should get the book. I'm going to get the book. But yeah, I was talking about how I got two books, and one of the books was dances. And what distracted me this weekend was I completely finished this book. Like, it is such a good book. Like, and second off, this book honestly changed how I think I'm gonna write my book, because I just feel like my book is giving boring compared to something like this, and I want it to be less boring, I guess. Oh, let me just put that right there. Okay, but yeah, so I want my book to be less boring. So I'm deciding to, well, it's not even just that, it's just the fact that the whole middle needs to completely have just like more chapters, and I think that I'm gonna add some scenes. I have been adding some scenes because today I started writing again. Wait, no, not right. I keep saying writing, but it's not writing. It's literally like making the outline. Okay, but yeah, I started making the outline again. I was outlined 9 chapters, which I added so many more chapters this time around. Like, it has to be like at least half of them, because like I'm on chapter 19 in this like book in the outline, but like on chapter 10 in the real book for like the progress I've made. But I don't know. But yeah, I'm liking the book more because like when I finished reading dances, and it has such a pretty cover. Like I quite literally love this cover so much. And I watched the interview she had. Oh, like because the things she was talking about. Oh, let me just say, I shouldn't go on a whole rant about why I love this book so much, but what I loved about this book, one thing I loved was how she, the author, just like said things without like explaining them, and I don't know, it's my favorite thing in the book. Okay, but no, we need to stop talking about that book. Like I'm obsessed, and I've literally been going down a rabbit hole of the author and like what's her next book, which it's Oh Sinners, and that book sounds even good too. And but anyways, my book. So I wrote outlined 9 chapters. I added a bunch of chapters. I feel like there was another big change. Like, let me think. I outlined the chapters. And I changed a few scenes. I think that's what I did. Dang, I don't know why it took me so long to think, but I changed a couple of scenes. Oh yeah, no, I remember the real thing I'm talking about. Okay. So there were a bunch of things I did extra. First of all, the main, should I say, wait, let me think of the context of what I'm thinking of. So one of the things is that the character is more, because the character is supposed to be an emotional person, and yeah, and I feel like she wasn't coming off as emotional, because like in one of the scenes, quite literally, yeah, I'll just say this scene even though it's a little bit okay, but practically what happened in the scene was that yeah, actually no, that's not. I want to give you guys a scene, but like I can't think of any of them that's like non-spoilery. Okay, you know what, I'll just give this one even though there's a slight spoiler. Okay, so in the scene, originally how it was laid out was that her therapist tells her that she needs to talk more about the present because it doesn't matter, because I just feel like the main character keeps talking about the past, and the reason why I'm doing that is because obviously I want that, but it's like I want to acknowledge that that's not all you talk about in therapy or whatever. And then in the original version, the main character storms out and goes like, "Oh my gosh, you don't know what you're talking about." But then in the new version, she just bursts out crying, and the Scott therapist is way more gentle with saying it. It's almost like she almost weaves it into a conversation. At least that's how I'm seeing it. And then it's just like she bursts out crying because she thinks her therapist is disappointed in her. And I also, another problem that I had with this book is that she doesn't daydream enough, because like she's a maladaptive daydreamer or whatever. So I realized that she needs to daydream more. And another thing that I needed that I also added, I added a bunch of things this time around, was the fact that her memory is bad, but it's like she's telling stories of her past. So I just kind of added some things that like, well, I just added one thing to be like, oh, okay, everything she's saying may not be true, but like some of it is whatever. And I think that's all. So what chapter am I on now? 19? What happened in 19? I'm splitting up a bunch of chapters too, because I feel like they're way too long on their own. So yeah, I guess, and I really need, because wasn't my plan to, okay, wasn't my plan to like write this book. My plan was initially to write this book Tuesday, and I might not. You know what? And I'm gonna do like a vlog for you guys of me writing the first couple of chapters, but I think it'll be done soon, my outline. Probably tomorrow or Wednesday. You'll probably hear more from me. Okay, so I finished my rereading and like making the outline of my book. I was gonna make this video like making the outline and making the first and writing the first chapter, but like I'm really tired right now, so my gosh, there's my ID. Okay, but anyways, I'm really tired right now, so I don't think I'm gonna film for an extra day. I think I'm just gonna leave it at this, just like finishing my outline. And yeah, okay, so first off, I got a writer's notebook for this book. Maybe I'll like get a little sticker and then have like therapy confessions written on it, which yeah, so this is like my new notebook where I write everything about therapy confessions in. And I bought it today, which I know it's just like a cheap notebook, but I like cheap notebooks for these things because like usually I end up abandoning the novel, but like now that I'm not, I guess, but who cares, I like that one. So I did that. So the update, yesterday I was on chapter 19, and today I finished the outline with chapter 42, which I knew I was going to add chapters, but like how many chapters is that? Like I thought I'd get to like chapter 30, but it's actually chapter 40. So I really fleshed out this novel. Definitely. I added like a whole part after like the middle, because like there's this middle point and then it kind of just went to the climax, but then I added like a little bit like something more over here before the climax, if that makes sense. Because like when I was first writing this outline, I was adding a few chapters here and there. They weren't really big chapters, but like I added big chapters at the end, I guess, if that makes sense. Like if my book was split into 4 parts, let's call it, I made a chapter 3. No, not a chapter 3, a part 3. Like part 3 was completely created, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the draft, well, not the draft. Okay, I actually need to start like writing this book because I don't know, I just keep mistaking it for a draft. But yeah, I'm excited to have finished that. Yeah, I fleshed it out just like I said I would and how I thought I would. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I feel like this was kind of boring, this vlog. another like 3-day vlog. I think I'm gonna start vlogging like more of a day in my life and just have like challenges, because then it might be more exciting to get those. And I said in the beginning of this little clip that I was going to make another video about the first couple chapters, but like I'm lazy and I don't want to make another vlog, so I just decided this will be it. And then next week I have some days off, so I can do some sort of challenge, which now I'm just thinking of what I'm doing next for a vlog, so that doesn't really matter. So I'm really excited that I finished this. And I actually put my, what's it called? Because I use TrackBear, at least I've used it. Well, at least I'm using it right now. I just saw, I think, Brielle Wrights, I think, talk about it, and I just decided I might as well try it out. And today was supposed to be the starting date for the goal I had. Oh, I remembered another thing. I don't know if this book will be 60,000 words anymore. It might be longer, because I only expected to have like 30 chapters. But like that extra 10 chapters might just do something to the book. But at the same time, those 10 chapters are like a bunch of the chapters in the book are just small because of certain things. They're just like, because they're daydreams. So then it's just like that little daydream. Like it's small. It's not really anything like 500 words, I think, will get it done. But yeah, we're gonna still stick with the 60,000 word goal. So yeah, I think that's all. I feel, was I gonna tell you guys something about, actually no. Yeah, that's all. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye. Wait, oh, let me retry that. Thank you for watching. Bye.